Hi and welcome to the Britannia T190. Today we're going to be showing you how to thread up your top thread using the pathway here. So the first thing is we always recommend using a decent quality thread. This is the Gutermann, I think it's the extra fine thread, but you need to use a decent quality of thread in your machine if you can. The cheaper quality threads can tend to be quite fluffy and linty, and all that fluffy lintiness ends up getting gunged up inside your machine. You'll need to clean it more often and probably get it serviced more often. So if you can use a better quality of thread, it's going to serve you in the long run. You're going to be following the solid line pathway for threading up your top thread. So we're going to take the thread. I've already popped it on the spool pin, put the spool cap on the end and made sure I've got a little bit of wiggle room here so it will unravel nicely. Then we're going to come in here at 1, hook in like that, come back round, up around 2, and then all the way over and into 3. Okay, so as we come down after 3 to come down into 4, it's really important, if you haven't already, that you must lift your presser foot here at the bottom, like that, so that the discs at the top here open up, and I'll just show you what that looks like. So you can see the tension discs engaging as I drop the presser foot and then releasing when I lift the presser foot. Lovely. So now that we know the tension discs are open because our presser foot is up, you can come down between 3 and around 4 at the bottom and then come back up again towards 5. Now as we get to 5, there's something else you need to be aware of. So the thread uptake lever here, if it's not in the highest position, it's because your needle isn't in the highest position. So there are 2 ways to fix that. Okay, so to get this thread uptake lever that you can just see shining there in the correct position, there are 2 things you can do. The first thing you can do is lower your presser foot and then tap the needle up down button. So the needle is down and then the needle is up. When the needle is in the highest position, the thread uptake lever will also be in the highest position. The other option, if you prefer, is you can use the hand wheel, the balance wheel here on the right, and you can turn this always down and towards you to go forward. Never try and turn it backwards. So you're going to turn it down, keep turning it towards you until, as you watch the needle here, it finishes up in the highest position, like that. And that will also bring the balance wheel up to the correct position for threading. Okay, so as you come around 4 and you come up towards 5, there's a little diagram here at the top that shows you have to come round the back of the right hand side of the thread uptake lever all the way to the back and then come back down on the left hand side of it. So you're going to go up here to the back and then back down, and then you can tell when it's caught because it hangs. Yeah, if it's not caught, it will drop all the way back down to number 4 here again. You need to try again, but you can see the thread uptake lever just here and we've caught into it, so that's good. Then you're going to come all the way down to the bottom and there is a thread guide just behind the needle. Lovely. So I'm going to come down the channel to 6 and that's the little hook here just at the top of the needle. That's the thread guide, and I'm going to pop it behind there. It's a good idea to use 2 hands for this one. There we go, and now we're ready to use the needle threader. So to use the needle threader, we're going to lift the presser foot, just get ourselves a little bit of slack, drop the presser foot back down again, and again we need to make sure the needle is in the correct position. If the needle's not in the correct position, this tiny eye here in the needle isn't going to be in the correct position, and the needle threader uses a very small and fine piece of wire with a hook on the end that has to slide through the eye of the needle. If the eye's not where it should be because the needle isn't pushed as high as it will go, then the piece of wire, rather than going through the eye of the needle that's not there, it will slide to the left or the right of the needle instead. And if it keeps doing that, if you keep doing it repeatedly, eventually it will bend out of shape and you might need to get a new one. So the best thing you can do with your needle threader is make sure your needle is in the correct position to use it. So the way we do that is we use the needle up down button to tap the needle down and tap the needle back up again, and when it finishes it's then in the highest position and ready to use the needle threader. And then what we do to use the needle threader, we're going to go in here like that, and then once you've gone through the white and the silver bit, you're going to come up over the top of this silver piece, round to the side, up over the top of this grey piece and pull it down towards you, and there's another thread cutter at the back of the grey piece that's going to trim the thread off. Lovely. So once you've gone all around there and you've trimmed off your thread, at the top here is your lever for your needle threader, and what you're going to do is bring that down all the way to the bottom and then lift it up again, and your needle is now threaded. There we go. So that's the needle through the threader. You can now lift your presser foot, give yourself a little bit of extra length and just pop it through the back of the foot and off out to the back. And you're ready to go. Hope that's been helpful. Bye.